Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Hey, welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob. It doesn't take much to feel how divided things are right now. You can feel it in conversations, in the way people talk to each other or don't. There's a distance that didn't used to be there, or maybe it was and we're just now noticing it more now. I've had moments where I catch myself pulling back, not saying something I normally would, not engaging the way I used to. Not because I don't care, but because I'm not sure how it will land. And I know I'm not the only one. You can feel it in the room sometimes. People choosing their words more carefully or choosing not to speak at all. There's a kind of quiet tension that sits just under the surface. It's easy to start thinking, maybe we've drifted too far. Maybe something's been lost. But every now and then, something breaks through that. Not in a big dramatic way, but just in a moment where all of that fades a little. I had one of those recently. A conversation with someone I don't see things the same way as. On paper, we probably shouldn't connect much at all. Different views, different perspectives, plenty of places it could have gone sideways. But it didn't. We weren't trying to win anything. We weren't trying to convince each other. We just talked, listened, stayed in it, and somewhere along the way, all the labels, all the differences, they just didn't feel as important. Not gone, but just quieter. What stood out wasn't what separated us. It was what didn't. The way we both cared about the people in our lives, the way we both wanted things to be better, the way we both, in our own way, were trying to figure things out. It wasn't perfect, and it wasn't some life-changing breakthrough either, but it was real. And when it was over, I sat with that for a while and thought about it, because it reminded me of something simple. Something easy to forget. Underneath all of this, we're still us. Not the versions of each other that we build in our heads, and not the quick judgments, not the categories that we sort people into. The actual us. The part that feels, the part that cares, the part that wants to be understood and is trying to understand. That doesn't disappear. Even when it gets buried. I think we lose sight of that when everything gets loud, when everything feels like it's about sides and positions and lines being drawn. It starts to feel like the distance is permanent, like there's no way back from it. But I don't think that's true, because I've seen those moments. You probably have too, small ones. Easy to overlook if you're not paying attention. A conversation that didn't turn into an argument. A moment of understanding where you expected resistance. A shared laugh that had no business being there, but was. Those moments matter, guys, not because they fix everything, but because they remind us of what's still there. And what's still there? Well, that's enough to build on. We don't have to agree on everything to recognize each other. We don't have to see the world the same way to treat each other with care. That part doesn't require permission. It doesn't depend on anything being resolved. It's just a choice, a quiet one. To stay open, to stay human, to remember that the person in front of you is more than whatever you think you know about them. I'm not saying it's easy, because it isn't. Believe me, it isn't. There are moments where it feels almost impossible. But I don't think the goal is to fix all of it at once. I think it's to hold on to that thread, even when everything else feels pulled apart, because it's still there. It always has been. And if we can find it, even in small ways, if we can stay connected to that part of each other, then we're not as far gone as it sometimes feels. We're still here, still trying, still capable of meeting each other somewhere in the middle. Still us. Guys, I love you very, very, very much. And you know what I need you to do, right? Go out and pass that on. Happy Friday, guys. Later. Later, Gators. Bye-bye.